I'm about to FaceTime with some of the biggest productivity YouTubers today. We're gonna find out how do they waste their time. Let's give them a call.
Yo.
What up, dude?
Mate, having a great time. How are you doing?
Good. What's your favorite guilty pleasure to be unproductive?
Oh, World of Warcraft these days. So good. Mate, freaking love World of Warcraft. And then like when I'm wasting time and if I'm thinking, okay, I'm not gonna sit down and play a video game, I then watch YouTube videos of other people playing World of Warcraft and giving me strategies and stuff. So that's interesting. During quarantine, it was less video games and more fantasy audiobooks. I would just lie on the couch and listen to an audiobook for like 4 hours at a time. And it was great. Then when I got a PS5, I was like, oh, I can play PlayStation while listening to fantasy audiobooks, and that was even better.
So you're like multitasking your productivity.
Multitasking my time wasting, yeah.
So you don't just do one, you like multiply it. You're getting like two things out of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like if I'm watching a TV show that I don't need to concentrate on, I can play World of Warcraft while watching a TV show.
Do people are too fixated on the wrong things these days? Like I like what you were saying, it's like have fun, get the shit done that you want to get done. But we're all fixated. A lot of us are like, what tool do I need? What laptop and all this kind of stuff?
Yeah, it makes sense. I'm a sucker for that as well. I spent ages trying to look at new gaming monitors because apparently if you game with 120 hertz refresh rate, it's better than 60 hertz. It doesn't really matter. It's not really going to make any difference to my life, but I guess for a lot of us, we enjoy tech, we enjoy apps. It's just kind of fun keeping up to date. I was even thinking of, I really wish I had an extra desk in my house so I could buy a new iMac, even though I don't need a new iMac, but it just looks really cool.
It does look, the colored ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really, really cool. What do you do when you skip things? Because I used to have a thing like every Monday I'm gonna have this thing and I do it, and then like, I'll skip this Monday, and then I skip the next Monday, and then I was like, okay, I don't do it really anymore.
Yeah, I've had this issue with my email newsletter because I've skipped issues for the last like month or so. I just gotta think, well, the stuff that needs to get done will get done, and if there's something that I've said I need to do but I don't actually need to do it, then why am I beating myself up? Let's just skip a week, no one cares.
If you like these FaceTiming videos, make sure you hit that like button and let me know in the comments below which kind of people you want me to call in future upcoming videos. Liz.
How are you?
I'm pretty well. A little bit of a weird morning, but overall great. How are you?
Hi. How come you ended up asking me for productivity help?
Because Ali said that I need to talk to you. How would you rate your productivity?
So on the day-to-day basis, I procrastinate a lot. Like, if you talk to me at any time, chances are I'm procrastinating. But then at the end of the week, I'm like, oh, I also worked 150 hours this week. I don't know where the hell that came from. So that's the difference.
So do you think the secret, because it's a secret, of productivity success is to procrastinate more?
No, I wouldn't say it's that. I think it depends on what you're doing, like honestly, because so I've had every single job under the sun. I've been a cleaner, I've been a waitress, I've been I've done customer service for years. I was not productive in those jobs. I hated them. They were but now I guess I get to pick what I want to do, and because I pick and choose the things that I enjoy, I could literally work. Like, I'm the kind of person who will sit down and will work for 20 hours in a row, doesn't even need food, doesn't need water, until someone reminds me like, yo, are you okay? And then I like, be like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. So I'm just working at things I'm interested in, because otherwise I'd be like, yeah, I'm not feeling this, and I'd be just the same as, I guess, everyone else.
I mean, it's funny how it sounds kind of obvious, but it's like one of the easiest ways to be productive is find things you want to do.
Yeah. Also I think one thing that I realized about myself is that I never do the same thing 2 days in a row, like ever. I will not study 2 days in a row. I will not do the same work 2 days in a row. Like every single day of my life looks completely different. Like I can't do the same thing 2 days. I just get really bored. So
yeah.
If I have to do that, I will avoid it. Like I will literally avoid it like plague. Like I will not study for a month in a row if it's just the same topic and I'm like, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna binge study this at some point because this is getting boring.
Yeah.
So I don't do the same thing twice. I think that also helps.
Your whole thing sounds very confusing because it sounds like what you're telling everyone is just do whatever the fuck you want whenever you want and be okay with it, which
If you're a perfectionist, if you do that, you will succeed so much more than trying to be a perfectionist. Because then you'll just like micromanage everything. If you're like, oh my god, but my table isn't clean enough for me to get started. But today, I already missed like an hour, I can't start, like the day is wasted. That's the kind of patterns that I naturally have. So if I lean more into nothing matters, I feel like doing this, let's do it. I don't feel like doing this, like if I lean into that, my output is 10x. If you're starting from the opposite, where you are an actual mess and you can't ever get out of bed and you just don't feel like doing things because it's not worth it, then my advice would be the worst advice.
What's your guilty pleasure for distraction?
Oh, How guilty are you talking? Guilty.
What? This is PG-13. There are kids that no. My mom does watch it though. She's like, Noah, stop saying the F word. I'm like, okay, mom.
Like guilty pleasure. I think food. I do like hanging out with people. So if I could have like a chat with someone, I could chat with someone for like 5 hours in a row. I don't mind. I do that. So I think chats with people. And now I procrastinate just like watching YouTube, not actually watching the videos, but like searching YouTube for videos, if that makes sense. I'm like, oh, this is an interesting topic. Oh, I'd like to make a video on this, but I never watch them. I just see the topic.
You just see the thumbnail and the title. It's all you need to really get the video.
Exactly, because you don't want to copy someone else. Like you want to do your own video. Where you're like, oh, this is a fun topic. Like let's see what my mind thinks about this kind of like.
What do you like to do to distract yourself?
I really like mindless TV. It's an essential part of my creative process because it lets me turn my brain off. My favorite is sci-fi. I'm watching The Expanse. Have you seen The Expanse?
No. You recommend?
Oh, it's the best. It's the best. I have the season finale for the last season that I've been procrastinating watching because I don't want it to end.
I like that it's also, you said it's a way that kind of gets you mindless, kind of gets your mind awake too. Like, oh, creativity. It's like kind of allowing yourself to do this without the guilt.
Oh yeah, I have no guilt. I also spend about an hour to 2 per day on TikTok these days. I'm so obsessed with TikTok. And I'm so not ashamed of it. Like I really think it is an hour or 2 of my most interesting, productive time. Because this Gen Z is these TikTokers are teaching me stuff about media, more about media than I've learned from anything else.
Go on.
Dude, are you on TikTok? Do you see what is being created here? It blows my mind every day.
No, I guess I'm a little scared of how much I would go down that rabbit hole. I like, I think you didn't grow up Jewish, but we have a lot of guilt. And so I think I have like a lot of guilt. I'm like, oh, I should be productive here. This is a waste of time here versus like, I think it's sometimes just accepting, be like, I'm gonna waste an hour and be happy with it. Yeah. And then maybe I'm not even getting anything out of it and being like okay with that.
Yeah, I'm Brazilian, so we don't have that guilt.
I need to learn that. So you just enjoy it.
Yeah, that's the reason we're productive, is so we can enjoy the times we're not productive, right? Or else you're just digging a hole deeper and deeper that you're never gonna be able to escape from.
What's up, my dude?
What up, Thomasfrank? What do you like to do to indulge or distract yourself?
Right now I'm reading a ton of comics. That Invincible show came up on Amazon. We've been watching that, and I'm just very impatient week to week. So
Invincible?
It's a comic series that ran in the early 2000s, and so I just been reading it, like binging it at night on Comixology.
What do you think you're thought of as?
I think I'm thought of as a productivity guy, just judging from tweets I get.
And what do you think of yourself as?
A guy who likes to learn, build things. I don't actually think of myself as like the most productive person. When I think of like the most productive person, I think of my friend Renee Ritchie, who makes like a video a day, and they're all like, they look amazing, and he used to write like 10 blog posts a day and all this kind of crazy stuff. And I'm like, I don't produce at that level. I don't want to. I'm much more interested in just learning new things all the time and building cool systems. And if other people can take those and go be actually productive with them,
yeah,
then I'm happy.
Well, I talked with Ali and I talked with Liz today. Well, it's confusing because all 3 of you guys this morning are like, yeah, we're not very productive. But you're literally like the thought leaders in this space, so I'm a little confused.
So I have this theory of productivity thought leadership. And it basically is, productivity thought leaders in terms of actual output are not very productive. And the reason for that is you become a thought leader by thinking a lot about systems and thinking a lot about optimization. But to do that, you don't spend a whole lot of time actually operating as a machine. And then there's like a whole other class of people who are like, I don't care about productivity techniques. I just care about getting done. And, Renee's a great example. Linus from Linus Tech Tips is another amazing example. He just committed to doing a video a day and has hired and built systems over the years, never talking about it, just doing it. And now they have, 5 or 6 channels with LTT still doing daily content and all the other ones doing multiple videos a week. So some people are very interested in just executing and ramping up the machine, building further and further and further. And then some people like myself and Ali are, I think, more interested in, just exploring new avenues and constantly learning.
If you like this video, make sure you check out this video where I FaceTime my richest friends and ask them how they did it so you can learn for yourself. Check it out right up here. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want more videos from Uncle Noah. I'll see you out there, and I love you.